Thank you, Terry. It's Stutes. And this weekend, we look very forward to bringing you coverage of the Preliminary Challenge. The Preliminary Challenge is unlike anything else in the country, and it only happens here in Woodside once a year. So I'm joined now by Hawley Bennett-Awad. And Hawley, this is a very, very exciting course that these riders will get to tackle. But what makes it so exciting partially is that these same horses are going to do this course on Saturday morning, and then they're going to come out and show jump Saturday evening.
Yes, this is like one of the highlight of the years for the West Coast horses and riders. I know I've been gearing up my horse for this. There's a lot of prize money at stake, and for preliminary, we get to go in the big ring. There's going to be hundreds of people watching us. We get to come out and gallop in the rolling hills here at Woodside, and then Saturday night, while the big competitor party is going on, we get a show jump as the sun's going down. So there's going to be some shadows out there. It's going to be a big course, a lot of pressure on, and there's a lot at stake for preliminary. And it's very, very exciting for the two divisions of the horse and the rider.
Well, as Hawley mentioned, there are two divisions here this weekend for the Preliminary Challenge. The horse division, you're going to see horses that have never competed over the preliminary level. And in the rider division, it'll be the same. Riders that have never competed over the preliminary level. So a lot of nerves for those riders here, with a lot of people watching them, especially in the show jumping. And the same for those horses. A lot of young horses in this Preliminary Challenge division for the horse division. And a lot of them, we'll see go on to do great things in their careers, but it's a big stage for them.
Yes, well, we all look to you, the previous winner here 2 years in a row, and look at the great things your horse has gone and done. It's an awesome setup. For me, I'm running my horse here, and the next step is going to be intermediate in a couple weeks. So I think it's a great step for the horses to go on, and it's a great experience to go in a big ring with people and atmosphere. I mean, the crowd is right against the rail in the show jumping, and there's flowers, there's going to be music. I mean, it's going to be an eye-opener for them.
All right, well, Ian Stark has put together a long, tricky track here for those prelim horses to do in the morning on Saturday before they do that show jumping, and Hawley's been kind enough to come along with us. Take a look. Number 8 behind us is a pretty big brush drop for these prelim horses, and there are definitely going to be some riders that are a little nervous coming to this one.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about this. It's a good question for these prelim horses where you're coming from the water, and, anytime you go from bright sun into the shade is a good question. And again, these are younger horses. They're not going to be expecting a bush here. So the riders are going to have to do, I think, quite a good half out back there, set them up, let the horses see the fence, and then be able to ride forward to it. Once you get up to it, it's quite nice, but for the young horses to be able to lock onto it early, I think is going to be the key here.
Well, Ian really likes his rider frighteners, and especially for that rider division, he might be a little bit worried about this one, but some words of wisdom for all of you from Hawley Bennett, multiple-time Olympian, and somebody who definitely knows what she's doing, even though she's a little afraid of the bush behind us. Well, the Coffin here will definitely be a challenge. It's coming down a hill, which is definitely relevant here, Hawley, and walk us through kind of what your game plan will be for this.
Yeah, I think you're right. We're coming downhill. Nice enough though that we are going to have probably good 4 strides here on the flat ground, but still this is quite a big log for a preliminary in, and it's a nice 2 to a nice 2 out to a chevron, so you're going to have to be accurate. You're going to obviously have to change your canter, make it really bouncy here, and get your position because there is no option on RC, so it's one shot at it and get it done.
Well, there used to be a lot more going on kind of at this complex, but now we just see this Coffin, and it might maybe draw some people down the hill, or not a lot of things kind of bordering this anymore.
Right, like if you don't get your horse back, I think there will be a few flybys at this because it's kind of early on in the course still, and the horses are going to come flying down this hill, and if you don't get them back, you're either going to have a bad jump here or a silly run out. So it's the rider's responsibility to do their homework in front there.
All right, well, definitely a complex that you're going to want to watch come Saturday. I'm here with Bert Wood, and Bert is definitely the man behind all of this excitement here at Woodside. He is the one who makes all these courses happen. And Bert, just a little bit on the Prelim Challenge course. And his team, of course.
Right. I don't know what to say about it.
Some new things. Ian has had you guys kind of turn things around a little bit. There's 3 water jumps now. So tell us a little about that back water jump. This is the first time the preliminary riders will do that.
Yeah, we made it a little softer than the 1 star just to kind of get them through it. It's their first time through, and I think they'll have fun going back there.
Well, so much goes into all these courses, and so many of us don't have as much appreciation probably as we should for all that your team really does. But just tell us a little bit about kind of when this all starts, gearing up for this competition, getting all these jumps ready, and a little bit about what goes into that.
Well, Tommy's been up here for a couple weeks because we had other shows, and been trying to cut in all the tracks and get rid of the grass and clean some of the jumps up. So it starts about a month ahead. And then we all get here and just try to make it as pretty as we can.
A lot of late nights for these guys here, and we really appreciate all you and your team do, Bert.
Yep, okay, thanks.
Well, new to the preliminary will be this combination behind us. This water complex has never been on any preliminary course here at Woodside, so a new feature there. And these horses have a pretty far distance to go, Holly.
Yeah, I was actually shocked to come back here, but I've actually never jumped any more horses back here because this water was new to the horse park last year. But what a great question. You know, the good thing about Woodside is there's so many rolling hills, and for California, we're so used to just galloping on flat ground that, again, it's another great test. You come kind of down the hill and around a corner, and you have quite a good sized table for preliminary, and then through the water, there's a bunch of stuff to look at. So it's going to be the rider's job to really get their eye on that skinny fish out so the horses understand, because at prelim some of the horses, the older horses, are obviously going to lock onto things, but younger horses are going to jump in here and be like, oh, where are we going? So a great question, and you know, to have 3 waters on a preliminary track, it's pretty cool. You know, I think it's going to be a good question, but I'm excited to give it a whirl.
Maybe playing into the fitness factor come Saturday night, you want to make sure you get your horse back and cooled off so they can get a good nap in.
Exactly. I mean, one of mine's a warm blood, so you know, it's a little different riding a warm blood than a thoroughbred. But again, the rolling hills, I mean, it's great for us riders to learn the balance, and for the horses and their fitness. You know, good thing I've actually been galloping on hills, so hopefully mine will be good.
Well, a really fun combination here, and it's exciting from the main vantage point at Woodside. You can't actually see this combination, so you'll have a lot of people kind of listening over the loudspeaker to see if the rider and horse combinations got this one done in the back. Well, Holly, here we are at the final fence on the preliminary course, and always a bit of a relief when you get to this point, but you want to be careful, as Eve Young actually told me once, not to get last fence-itis. You don't want to make it this whole way and give a kicker here and go down when you've come so far. But overall, just your impressions of this course and what you think it's going to take on Saturday.
I'm super excited. I think Bert and his crew have done an unbelievable job. Those guys work their butts off, and without them, actually, we wouldn't have great courses like this. So thank you to them. And like I said, I'm really excited. There's so many new changes out here, and it's a fresh start for all of us. So everyone's on an even playing field, and we go at 8 o'clock Saturday morning, and it's going to be nice and cool. The horses are going to be a little fresh, and hopefully they're fresh enough to come Saturday night.
Well, it's really, really hard to actually explain how much excitement this preliminary challenge really brings, but it really is the highlight of so many people's year. I can't wait to have another horse going at the preliminary level because it's so much fun. And so we really look forward to watching all of you guys compete this week and wish you the best of luck. Thanks for joining us, and we'll definitely be cheering everyone on come Saturday and, of course, for dressage tomorrow.
Thank you.